All of them will just assume it's some lunatic. Or prankster who wrote the letter for them as a prank or some sort of harassment. Despite knowing full well that it wouldn't reach them, I continued to write. Save me. I wanna go home. She's not your daughter. I am. Please, give me my parents back. I'm so lonely here. The house is empty and I'm all by myself. More than likely, the other me would just crumple this letter up upon its arrival. It would never reach my parents. Even so, the other me did write me letters back on occasion. At first we exchanged letters in which we detailed the differences between our respective towns, so that we could better adapt to life there. Now, however, all she had would ever write about was her life there and how great it was. I hate you even more now, because this is exactly what I thought she would do. She's just rubbing the salt in the wound. I heard that in glossing about the stolen life she's living there. How great it all was, as if this was never a temporary attachment to begin with. By the way, how is Yuma doing? Yes, the boy decided that would be my childhood friend. He's not your childhood friend anymore. Mom and Dad are here, but for some reason he is nowhere to be found. As time went on, she began to write more frequently of him. I guess we never did end up becoming a childhood friends. I'll admit it's a little sad not being able to talk to him anymore. You choose what you choose, like, leave this Mio alone and leave Yuma alone, like. I crumpled up the letter. Please answer. What is it gonna take for you to agree to switch back with me? I pleaded with her for an answer time after time. Eventually, she responded as follows. Notori-chan over here is nice, with the best of her friends. But in that world, though, I hate her, and will never forgive her for what she did. So if you want a way to get rid of her for me, if you can manage that, then I will switch back. Oh. Why? You gotta be kidding. How on earth I am supposed to stand up to her? She's a monster. And the other Mew is also a monster. I think she's even worse than Toro. Every time I would receive a letter from the other Mew, my heart would sink into a deep dark pit of despair. Yuma. When I had first met him, I asked him who he was. The witch, the manager, my friends, at the school, they're all the same as I remember them except for him. The other me was exactly right. In that world I was born in, there is no Yuma. You don't exist. Hence why I didn't recognize him. I'm not my childhood friend and so what? The ring I received at the summer festival I went to with Yuma seems to glimmer as it hangs from my neck. And what's up with the ring? I hope it's not the sign that the other Mew is back. She and I are now on our way back from the beach. It's funny how we came to the beach, they barely swam at all.
そうね。
Yeah, we didn't,
でも
but I still
私
had a
は
good time.
楽しかった。
As long as she enjoyed herself, that's all that matters to me.
ちょっと
Mind if I
恥ず
say
かしい
something that's
こと
gonna sound kind of
で
embarrassing?
もいい
Hmm?
ユ
When
ー
I'm
マと
with
一
you,
緒だと
I
ね
feel all fuzzy inside.
なんだか
Oh,
ふんわりするの。
fuzzy?
うん。
Yeah,
い
and
ろい
if
ろ
I'm
たく
worrying
さん考
about
え
a
て
bunch of stuff in my head
胸
hurts,
の中が
when I see
ピ
your
リピリ
smile,
痛くなっててもユー
I
マが
think we
本
should
気で笑ってくれると
spend more time with you and just keep you from all this sad thoughts about Sugahama and her parents. Like, we need to protect the girl. Vincent looks up at me.
心の中が
I feel nice and warm
あったか
inside.
くなるの。
Warm and fuzzy.
ふんわりするの。
After that, she extends her left hand toward me, inviting me to take it. I do just that and entwine my fingers with hers.
だから今日
That's
は
what made
と
today
て
so
も
much
楽し
fun.
かった。
Oh yeah? In that, I smile too. I just hope it doesn't look as stiff and awkward as I fear it does.
ユーマ、
Hey, you man. Yeah,
大好き。
I love you. Ugh. I can't. He wants to hit me like a sucker punch. My brain has totally shut down, along with the rest of my body.
ずっとずっと大好きだった。小さな頃
I've
から
loved you for so
ずっと
so long ever since we were little. Really?
うん。
Yeah.
ユーマは
You know,
ね、
you were always kinda
なんだか
special to me.
私にとって特別だったの。
I'm getting creeped out now. Isn't what I'm thinking about? Is it you? Oh my gosh. I was special?
そう、
Right.
私と私で生活を
never
交換
mind.
した先のこの町で私は一人になったような気がしてた。
Oh.
知ってるはずのお友達も
When I first came to this town, it was wishing with my other self. I felt so alone. I had my friends, sure, but they weren't the same.
私の知らない私との昨日もしくは
They would laugh and talk about recent memories and experiences they shared with the other
み
me.
んな
And
笑顔で
sometimes
話すの
memories that weren't so recent.
す
All
ご
I
く
could do
怖
was
かっ
not
た。
alone and pretend I knew. You know how scary something like that feels.
みんながみんな私を知っているのに本当は
They all thought they
誰
knew
も
me,
私を知
but
ら
they
ないの。
didn't. I wasn't who they thought I was, and then I realized that I felt alone and scared.
一人ぼっちになったみたいで怖かった。でもね、
But you were a little bit different from
みん
them.
なとは少し違った。
Also, well, you did
ユーマ
mention
はみんなと一緒
certain
で
memories that you shared
幼馴
with
染
the
に
other
宣
me
言
too.
するとか
Like the stuff about your
空と
programming
海と
that
か
she
混じり合う場
become
所
your
だとか
childhood friend and the
私
Horizon
じゃ
line
ない
with the scene
私
Sky
と
meet.
の昨日について話すけど
But I doubt we mentioned much besides these two things. It's how bad our memories, how our memories.
でもね
Even
私
then,
は
I
ユー
didn't
マの
know
ことを
the first thing about
全
you.
然知らなかったの。私には
I didn't have any
幼
childhood
馴染
friends
なんかいなかっ
where I
た。
came from, but the other me did,
それな
and
のに
his name was Kanoe Yuma.
私には加納上ユーマという幼馴染がいて
So that's why you asked me who I was when you first walked up through the door.
うん。
Yeah.
とにかくね
But anyway, I don't know
そん
why,
な
but
ユーマ
the
が
time I kinda saw us as a kind of
Don't
experience. You all
あ
alone
の
like
時
me.
の私には 自分と同じで一人ぼっちに見えたの。ユーマと一緒
I
にい
felt
ると
better about my
安心した
situation when I was with you.
一人ぼっ
Just
ち
knowing
が
there was
私だ
someone
けじゃ
else
ない
out
ん
there
だ
like me brought me a lot of solace.
一人で寂しい
Wanted
私
to
の気
believe
持
that
ちを理解して
you're
く
the
れる
only
のは
person in this world capable of
ユーマだけ
understanding
だって
the pain I was going
思いた
through.
かったの。私には
I felt like
この世界
you
の
were the
中
only
で
person I could
ユ
rely
ーマ
on.
しか
I
頼れる
didn't
人
ever
はい
want to
な
be
いよ
apart
うに
from you.
思えて。だから
That's why I
ユ
tried
ーマに私
I
の
tried
こ
to
とが
become
必要だと思
someone
ってもら
important
えるよ
enough
う
to
に
you that you wouldn't
私
just
なり
be
に
able
た
to
く
toss
さん
me
頑
out
張
of
った
your life.
ユーマに
I tried to
私
take
がしてた
him
みたい
from
に
the other me and
私
work
の
out
お弁
times
当
when
を
I
作っ
could
ていけるタイミン
take
グ
you
を
lunches.
ずっと探してた。
Took you a lot of time, but you really did it, and you bailed us out in the face of remedial exams.
ちょっと口うるさいか
I
も
know
しれないけれど
I got a little annoying
い
at
つか
times.
絶対分かって
Like
くれ
when I
ると
kept
思
being a
って
busybody, nagging you to
勉強
study
頑張っ
and
て
fix your bad habits,
日
but
常
I
生
hope that
活
one
も
day
っとしっかりしたい
realized why I
って
was doing this.
そんな大きなお世話も焼いたりしたけどでも
But it's funny how things work.
そうすればそうす
The
る
more I
ほど
worked and the harder I tried, it was like you and I will only drifting farther and farther apart.
少しずつユーマとは心がすれ違っていくような気がして焦って
I panicked, got anxious and depressed.
悲し
I
くて
didn't know what to do anymore.
そんな気持ちが降り積
And
もっ
those
て
feelings just continue to compound.
毎日そんな気
I
持ち
spent
でい
every
る
day feeling awful, feeling
となんだ
alone.
かますます一人になっていくみたいな家に帰って
Whenever I would go
一人に
home
なると
to my empty house, it just became too much to bear
ど
and
うしようもなく
was so
悲しくなって
uncomfortable.
どうしたらユーマ
I
が
agonized
私を大
endlessly,
切だって
day in and day
思って
out,
くれるのか
or what I had to do to get you to care about
そ
me.
ればかりを考えてだから
So, I guess what I'm
もしかした
saying
ら
is,
ねユーマ
hmm?
きっ
I think
と
that I
私
might
はあ
have
の
been
頃か
why I
ら
gradually came to fall in love
少
with
しず
you.
つユーマのことが好きになってたんだと思うきっかけは
At first, it might have
助け
just
て
been
ほし
that
い
I wanted you to
一
free
人
me
じゃない
from
って
my
思
loneliness.
わせてほ
But
し
every
い
time I started noticing that
気持ちか
I
もしれ
wanted
な
you
い
to
けど
look at me, to pay attention to me.
でも私はユーマに振り向いてほしくて必死だった
Your love for me came from such a piercing loneliness. I must can be knowing that
水平線
just like the horizon. Softly mumbles that under her breath. Huh?
私と
Stared at my parents
私はね
to the other me. I thought it
幼
was
馴
only
染
be
と
temporary,
両親と交換したのだ
but it really wasn't.
からもう
I'm never gonna be
私には
able to return to the happy
お
peaceful
父
life
さ
I
んとお
had there
母さ
with
んと
my
暮
mom
ら
and
した
dad.
日々がそれが
To me,
私
that's
にとっ
the
ての
equivalent of the point
空
where
と
the sea
海
and
と
the sky
が
meet.
交わる場所
This
で
place I will never reach, no matter how hard
ど
I
んなに
try.
頑張って追いかけても追いつけないだから
That's why I've given up on returning to that
も
world.
う諦めたたどり着けないものを
There's no point
必
in
死になって
yearning
求め
for
ていても
something that's wholly
意味が
impossible.
ないからでも
But even though I know that deep down I can get
そ
rid
ん
of
な
this
気持ちとは
loneliness.
裏腹にやっぱり寂しい気持ちはもう1秒
I
で
just
も
don't wanna go back
あの家
to
に
the
は
empty
いた
house
くなか
ever
った
again.
小さな頃は
When I was younger,
母
my
方の優
grandparents
しいお
on
じ
my
いちゃん
mother's
とおば
side
あちゃんが
came there and lived with
一緒
me.
に住んでいてく
They
れ
were very
て
loving and kind toward me.
私の面倒を見てくれてたけどでも
But they have
二人
both
とも亡くなっ
passed
ちゃっ
away by
た
now. My grandpa died when I was
おじいちゃんは
finishing up elementary
私
school.
が初等
But
部
with my
高学
grandma,
年くらいの
it
時
came
に
right after my middle school
おばあちゃん
graduation.
が中等部を卒業してすぐに
So by the point when she came to the dorm to live with us, she was all alone. Yeah, my girl suffered a lot.
だからもう
No one lives
あ
in
の
that
家
house
には誰
anymore.
もいない
Whenever I close my eyes, I see my parents' faces.
目をつむると蘇ってく
So
る
the
の
memories of the time I spent with them
お
in
父
the
さ
house
んと
completely
お母さんと
identical.
の思い出
So this one come
私
floating
がやっ
back
て
to
き
me.
た場所と 全く同じ作りのあの家の中にいると。
It's not only that, but she was just like I thought. She was reliving through her happy memories while being stuck in that desolated, sad place, which is her home in this world. This is really cruel. To what other mirror forced her to go through. She casts her gaze downward, speaking in such a harsh tone that it's almost carried away by the breeze. Some old friends of her parents graciously took legal guardianship of her and helped her with various aspects of living. However,
おじいちゃんたち以外
my
に
grandparents were my
親戚
last
もいない私
living
が
relatives, so ever since their passing, I've had to live in that house all by my lonesome.
たった一人で生活していかなくちゃいけなくて。それ
I couldn't bear it.
が耐えられなかったの。寂しい。
When I was alone, all I could ever think about was how lonely I was,
帰りたい。
how much I wanted to go home, how much I
一人で
wanted
いる
to
と
see my mom and
それ
dad.
ばっかりを思い出して悲しくなって夜も
I was
眠
so
れなく
depressed
な
that I
る。
couldn't even sleep at night. So that's why you moved to our dorm?
うん。
Yeah, because you were there
あ
and
そこには
you were
ユ
special
ナ
to
がい
me.
るから。あそこで生
I
活で
figured
きれ
that
ば
maybe living there
寂しくないっ
would
て
cure
思っ
me
た
out
の。
of my loneliness.
あの学生寮で生活できるなら。本当は
I really wanted
もっ
to
と
move
早
in
くに
sooner,
こう
but
したかった
there wasn't anything I could use as a
でも
reason.
きっかけがなかった。
I was too embarrassed to just politely ask
素
if I
直に
could.
あそこに住まわせてってどうしてか言えなか
But
っ
that all changed when the maid girl showed up.
た。そんな時あのメイドがやってきたから。
The whole situation with me and made it easier for you to ask.
うん。
Yeah,
かもし
maybe
れ
I
ない
wanted to borrow a bit of her
私もあの子の
impulsiveness.
勢いに乗っかってやろうと思ったの。
Can I ask you something, Mio?
うん。
Sure. What I saw in my dream was you then received a letter from the other version of yourself. The other Kisaragi Mio in which they explained what you would need to do for them to agree to switch back with you.
うん。
Yeah, I
もらっ
did.
た。
Did you ever find the person that the other you wants to get rid of?
うん。
No, not yet.
ま
Not
だ。
that it even matters to begin with.
で
Even
も
if I did find her, I
居場所を
wouldn't be
見つ
able
け
to
た
do
から
it
とい
in
って私にはどうしようもできないよ。それに
last time, I'm still scared of her.
わかった。
Why is that?
昔あの
On
子
number
も
one, all the kids who
神
used
崎
to
徹
bully
を
that
いじ
girl
めてたらしい
and
子
Zaki
たち
Doro
が
have either gone
どん
missing
どん行方
or
不
been
明
the
になって
victim of some sort of a terrible
原
accident.
因不明の事故とかに巻き込まれて次々に大変なことになっていくの。きっと
I'm convinced that she's still out there, despite
今もまだ
having gone missing ever since what she did to my parents. She's hunting down those
嫌い
kids
ないじめっ子た
from the
ちを
shadows,
少しずつ
one after another, and
じわじわ追い詰めていって
enacting her revenge.
復讐しているんだってそう思った。
And I bet she is just as much nuts as she used to be back in elementary school. When the other me was here.
だから
I was safe at
いつ私の番が来るのか
because I thought eventually
それを考
I'd be
え
next
る
on
と
the chopping block. The other me apparently hadn't listened to him. She developed a
神
grudge
崎
because
徹
of
の
that.
言うことを聞かないで恨まれてるみたいだったし
Yet you are supposed to hunt down this Kanzaki Toro, who you bear no resentment toward, and enact this other meal's revenge for her. And if you don't, then she won't switch back with you, and you will never see your parents again. Well, no, that's awful. That's horrible. It's pure insanity. It's not just horrible, awful. It's I'm not even sure what kind of word to use for this. It's just utterly horrifying. How you are supposed to report this to her indicates that you succeeded with enacting her revenge or whatever. For that, but why she would give any fuck about this, Tolly? I'm 100% certain she's only good to get her revenge and that's all. Like.
そういうことに
Yeah.
なってる。
Well, can you just lie and say you got rid of Kanzaki Toro as I promised?
ダメ。
No. Why not?
もう嘘は嫌
I'm
な
sick and
の。
tired of lying.
この場所では
My entire life here is a lie. I don't want to have to pile on even more
これ以
lies.
上の嘘を重ねたくない。それに
And if I lied,
そんな
only
嘘をついて
for you to come back here and find that the person she wouldn't go gone but still alive and
復讐
well
されるべき
should be
人間は
devastated. I
ちゃ
just
んと
know
無
it.
事に生きてる。
Yes!
そんな状況を見たらきっとあの子は悲しむ。
My girl has a big heart, but like, cause she is still concerned about that the other me would be devastated if she found out that the rampaging serial killer was alive and doing all good in the shadows. I can't help but think that she shouldn't be concerning herself with the other me or well-being. Literally my thoughts. Especially not after all that happened. Well, actually, I suppose it does make a bit of a sense, considering they are essentially the same person. They are not the same person, they're like, the opposite. They're like... Hey, Mio. Yeah. You remember the day I helped you move into the dorm? Your memory serves me, not that it usually does, but I think you said something about it being a problem that you had to solve by yourself, right? Yeah, this problem of yours, I don't think there is a problem you can solve alone, though. I'm not blaming you for this in any way, shape or form. But still, why didn't you come and talk to me about this sooner? I'm sorry, I thought you would hate me if I told you the truth.
ユーマに嫌われると思ったの。
Me? Hate you? Yeah, like, come on, like, why would even hate you, like, in the first place?
うん。
Yeah,
だって私はユーマの
because I'm not your real childhood friend.
そもそも何もかもがユーマの知ってる。
Screw all this crap about the real childhood friend. Screw this crap, like. Just forget about it altogether. And I'm not the Mio you knew. You're the only Mio we know, like. I'm not the Mio you knew. I'm a different person.
そんなのを知ったら
I thought you might be upset with me if you found out.
私を嫌いになるんじゃないかってそう思った。嘘つきな私
I
を
thought you would hate me for being a
嫌い
Leah.
になっちゃうって私
If you're the only person I didn't want to
嫌われ
lose,
たくなかったもしもユーマに
you
嫌わ
got
れちゃった
upset
ら
at me and left me, then I really would be all alone in this world.
この
The
世界
thought
で
of that scared me
一人
so
きりになっちゃ
so
う
much. I couldn't stand it.
それが怖くて怖くて嫌だった
Seriously, we need to protect my girl. Like what the hell? I see. That's all the shits for me. Like. I'm not putting deeply upon what she said. There's a single lie and should be freed from this hell. In which case, is there not a way that I can save your heart and eradicate your deeper rooted fear of lying?
とにかくね
Anyway, Yeah?
きっかけはどうあれ、私はあなたに振り向いてもらいたい。
Whatever reason I had fallen in love with you before I had realized that
なんだかそれが
that was
とても
kinda annoying actually.
悔しいの。
Why is that?
だって
Well, she presses her lips.
私ばっか
It
りが
wasn't fair that I was the only one in love. I don't
お
like
か
it.
しい。不公平。
You're blaming that on me? I felt green at her.
だからユー
Well,
マ
I
が大
tried
好
so
き
hard to push
っていう気持ち
aside
な
and
んだ。
ignore my feelings for you.
自分で
But
完
as much
璧
as
に
it
無
frustrated
視し
me,
ようと
just
頑張って
couldn't.
たんだけど、
Then you even saw me practicing kissing.
でも悔しいけどダメだった。キスの練習なんてとこ見られちゃうし。
And it was downright adorable.
バカ。
Shut up. Okay, that's a good baka. Oh, father. Oh, she jabbed at me in the side. Although a little gentler than before,
これまではユーマのこと考
as she's
えると
getting more there
イ
now.
ライラすることも
Used
多
to
か
be
った
that
のに
when I thought about you,
しに
I found myself getting super mad and upset. Huh?
今はユーマといると
But now whenever I miss
嬉
you,
しいことばかり。
I just feel so happy.
すごい
And
変
how
化。
that works, huh? Wait, back up. You got mad at me? How mad are we talking here? That's pretty heavy bombshell you just dropped there. What? You just realized that she was getting upset with you?
だって
It's not my fault.
可愛い女の子
You
に
kept
は
flirting
デ
around
レデレ
with
するし
all the other cute girls. I thought I was flirting with them,
特にどこかの
especially
名
that
義
maid
とかに
who
は
just
ひどい。
showed up out of
鼻の
nowhere.
下が伸びて
She
ると
didn't
ころ
look
の
like
話
just
じ
a
ゃない。
harmless fun between the two of you. I didn't do it consciously.
そう
Really? She crossed your heart with again. I swear from the bottom of my heart, I will never let you lose that smile again.
とにかく
Anyway, I had a lot of fun
今
today.
日は楽しかった。
Thanks, you, mom.
また今日みたいに
If you don't mind, I
二
wanna
人
do
で
something
どこ
like
か
this
に行きた
again
いなって
sometime.
思う。
Where will you go somewhere just the two of us?
思ってくれるなら
Don't you dare to refuse my girl. Don't you dare. Of course, we can go somewhere besides the beach next time.
別って例えば
Do you have anything in mind? I wasn't really thinking of even my particular. Why don't we play some dating sims for ideas? I mean, this could work, like. Although I haven't expected this suggestion coming from you, man.
絶対
Not
嫌。
happening. Didn't think so. We smiled at each other awkwardly. For a while, we simply walked out without saying anything.
ユーマ
You, man. What is it?
ちょっとだけでいい
Can
から
I hug you right now?
ギュッ
It doesn't have to be very long or anything. Where is this coming from?
だから
Well, it just,
これは
Mia? I stopped in my tracks, unable to carry on. This since she's standing still. What is it? Everything okay? Wait, what are you? She suddenly walks over and embraces me. She holds me tightly and nuzzling her face into my chest.
ユーマ
Yeah?
もう私
I'm never gonna lie to you. Ever again, Yuma.
絶対に嘘つかないから
I know.
だから
So there is something
聞いてほし
I
い
need
こ
to
とがあ
tell
る
you.
の。
What is that?
お父さんとお母
The
さん
other
が
me might have taken away my
私に
parents.
抱かれちゃったけど
She gives my body a light squeeze as she says this.
ユーマだけは
But I will never let anyone take you away from me.
誰にも渡さないから
And we are not leaving. Especially not to other me, like in the hell. Hey, Suzu-san, you got a minute? Dinner is over and everyone is now returning to their rooms. I stopped Suzu-san as she is about to go. There's something I want to talk to you about. Do you have time now?
うん、
Sure.
話って
What is this about? I have a job request for you. The first step involves finding a certain individual. Would you be willing to take it on for me?
別にいいけど
I don't mind, but
私は
you
管
know
理
I'm
人
not
みた
the
いなもの
manager.
探しが専門
Finding
じゃない
things
から
isn't
な
my specialty, so I can
その
guarantee
点
I
にお
will
い
be
ては
able to find
素
them
早い
right
対
away.
応を約束できない
Is
が
it fine by you?
それでも
That's fine. Would still be better job than I could.
おう、
Oh,
わかった
thank you. Boy,
弟子に信
it's
じ
sure
られ
nice
て
to
るって
have
いうの
an
は
agent who
悪
knows
く
how
ない
great
気
I
分だ
am. Just leave it to me.
任されよ
Oh, but it's gonna cost
Daけど
you.
私は
I'm a
高いぞ
professional, you know.
ロハじゃ動か
I
ない
don't work for free.
プロだからな
What in fine by me? I'll pay whatever you're asking.
おお
Oh,
ずい
Aren't
ぶ
you
んと
genius,
太っ腹だな
as I mean, we are in the pinch. Can I ask you something?
うん
Sure.
何を
What's up? A while ago you told me that it was popular among the store owners in the shopping district, and that some of them they've been asking you to marry into their family.
あ
Alright, as I recall you threatening to introduce you to some handsome guy you knew. How much of that was actually true?
あ
Well,
もう分かっ
seem
て
to
る
have
みた
the
いだ
right
けど
idea, but just
Areva
pulling
makkara
your
嘘だから。
finger with all of it.
あんなのは鉄頭鉄
That
尾嘘
wasn't
偽り
100%
だ
true. You're still pretty
とまで
popular.
は言わないけどミオちゃんは本当に人気者だからねとにかく
Just know that
私が君
I
を
would
差し
never
置いて
introduce
誰
you
が
to
他
other
の男を
guy
ミオちゃんに紹介するわけないだろ
Alright,
もどかしかったん
this
だ
was just startling.
イライラしたんだ
You're
よ
starting to piss me off. What do you mean?
うん二人は傍から見てれば付き合ってるの
It
丸わ
was
かりな
plain
の
as
に
state that you both
本
really
人た
liked
ち
each
が全
other,
然動こうとしな
but
いの
neither
がも
of
ど
you
かしく
would
て
make
ね
any sort of a move
あ
whatsoever.
あして
It
背
was
中
super
を押し
annoying
た
to
つもり
watch.
だったんだけど
So I just wanted to give you a little push on the back. I guess maybe I shouldn't have done that, huh? She says as her lips curve into a slight grin. No, I'm glad you did. You helped me realize how important Mio is to me, and I care about you a lot more now. Thank you for that.
おい
Well, I sure I wasn't expecting you
素直
just
に
to
お
come
礼を
out
言わ
and
れるのは想
treat
定
me
外
like
だ
that.
な
It's kinda embarrassing,
ちょ
really.
っと気恥ずかしいなやっぱり
She scratches your cheek nervously. You know quite gain on her face.
君の恋路に私の応援
I
は
hope
役
I
に
was
立った
able
の
to
かな
help out your life a little. You helped more than just a little.
そっか
Is that right? She smiles softly, like she's genuinely glad to hear.
まあとにかく
But yeah, back to
探
what
してほしい
you're
やつの
talking
情報を
about.
くれないか
Could you give me some more
詳細で
info?
なくてもいい
What this person was supposed to
名
be
前
looking
くらい
for?
は分かってるんだ
It
ろ
doesn't need to be detailed, but you at least know their name, right? Yeah. The person I want to research for this is the girl named Azaki Toro. It's just quite a heavy request to make. Given the nature of the person we're searching for, or the monster we're searching for, would be the better way to put it. Got an eye in the kitchen, washing all the dishes for my dinner together. All of a sudden, she stops washing and grunts indignantly. What's wrong? You look kinda grumpy. Stomach ache?
違います
No, my stomach is absolutely fine. My head is but
痛いの
hurts.
はむしろ心の方です
What? You had hearts?
そうです
Yes, it does. She nods profoundly.
この頃のユー
I
マ
feel like you have been treating me as a coldly as of late. Not to say that you haven't always been a little mean toward me, but before I could at least
その冷たさ
feel
の
that I
中
was
に
laughing your
以前
actions
までは
deep
少な
down.
からず愛がありました
Now it's just a peaceful breeze. What on earth you're babbling about?
ほらそれですよそ
See,
れ
that's exactly what I'm
今の
talking
で確信が
about.
持てちゃいました
Don't you prove that my suspicion were correct?
そうやって 私をかわいそうな子みたいに見る目にも
You used to say at me with so much affection and warmth in your eyes before. Now you'll do is look at me like I'm some idiot. I'm sorry, what?
それな
And
の
now
に
it's worse and all you're doing is glaring at me coldly at me. I'm gonna have to disagree with you. Do you mind passing me the dishwashing soap?
はいどうぞどうぞ
Why, of course,
地球に優しい
here you are.
保護的
Oh,
な
here
何かが
it
で
is.
きているらし
Apparently
い
this
洗剤です
dishwashing soap is
今日新しく
from
買ってきたん
eco-friendly
ですよ
ingredients. Thank you. Thanks for sharing the knowledge with us. I just bought it today. Oh, is that right? That's pretty neat. I mean, it is neat. Honestly, I like the idea of an environmentally conscious maid. She really was way ahead of her time. It's nice, cool, and state for that. It was beautiful that. Yeah, you really think so? Sketches the back of her hat, actually.
違う
Wait, no. Shakes your hat back and forth. What is your deal, Miss Kana? You're acting a little unhinged today, and it's concerning me. Sneeuwal. You don't even call her Kana anymore. Now she's Kana-san. She begins to sniff loudly.
ユマさん
Isn't you, Yuma-san?
ちょっと
Something
変
really
ですよ
has changed. Now, me or Apto no Nasa. What do you mean? I noticed that you
最近はよく
have been going out with
二人でお出かけし
Saragi-san
ま
a
す
lot
もの
lately. My hand freezes in the middle of watching a play at
それも
and
なん
you
だ
have
か
been
二人してこ
very
そこそ
secretive about it too.
あれってどこ
Where
に
have
行
the
って
two
る
of
ん
you
です
been
か
going? Well, you're pretty observant, huh?
別にそういうわけじゃないですけど
So hush,
あれだけこそこ
you
そ
to
し
be
て
been about it.
目立ちます
You
よ
have to be blind not to notice what
二人はバレてないつもりか
you
も
might
しれ
have
ませんが
been trying to
皆
keep
さ
a
んだって
secret,
知って
but
ます
just so you know,
いつ
we all
も
have
二
heard
人
that
っ
you
き
have
り
been
でどこか
sneaking
に
out
お出かけしてい
together
る
and went somewhere alone. Man, what the hell? Are you serious?
マジですよ
I am. And she doesn't like it in the slightest. Alright then. I need to proceed with a little more caution in the future.
ユーマ
I'm
さん
Yuma-san. Yeah,
本当に
be honest with
二
me.
人で何をして
What
る
have
ん
the
です
two
か
of you been doing?
この前なんか
A lot of
早
stuff.
くに出かけたと思ったら丸一日帰
The
って
other
こ
day you
ない
left
し
left the house bright and early in the morning, but you didn't arrive back until well in the
洗濯
evening.
物の中
Did
に
you go to the
二
beach
人
for
で
a
水着
dip
があり
in
ま
the
した
water or
けど
something? I noticed that the both of you seems to be in the washing machine. Well, we didn't technically swim any, but
けど何ですか
we did a lot of science exercises. But what? Yeah. I recall there are some inappropriate things we did. Oh no. And they said we're gonna out in the speed of a light. Like we did do at the beach instead of swimming. There's no way I'm telling you about that. Yeah, like no way we are telling you about that, and no way we are showing any of that here. It's a secret. Why are you averting your eyes? That's incredibly fishy. There's definitely something you're not telling me, Yuma-san. She presses her lips and pouts.
もしかして
Are you two perhaps
いえ、
actually
もしかし
no?
なくても
Yes, two perhaps
何か二人で変
you
な
and
こ
she are
としてるん
definitely
です
doing
ね
something wrong with each other. What? We're not doing anything wrong. We're a healthy, loving couple. What we did was perfectly normal thing to do. Therefore, I have no need to report it to Kana or anyone else for that matter.
もしかしてユーマさん
Yuma-san, don't tell me you are. Her eyes suddenly light up as though she just had some sort of revelation. What?
浮気ですか
Are you cheating on me? Huh?
やっぱり
I knew it. You're cheating on me. Oh no. Aren't you? Now I'm kinda gonna cry for you. Just begin to well in your eyes.
できるだけ考え
I've been trying so hard not to think about it. Telling myself again and again that you wouldn't do that. But you did, didn't you?
ひどい裏切り
Really hurt me. Come on. Why shaking your hands around? You're getting so bubbles everywhere. That's nice.
私汚く
I'm not nice. I'm entirely pure
ユーマさんが
and
相手にして
blemished.
くれないから
Since you refuse to
私
take
は
me
まだまだ
virginity.
綺麗なままで
Your cheeks pinking a little.
ユーマさんがもし
We'll
もそう
even
し
let
て
you
いるな
check
ら
if you
そ
want.
れを今すぐここで確認してみても
Right here and now. She lifts up at the hem of your skirt a wee bit. Yeah, what's that I get about that?
やっぱり冷
I have been unusually mean to me. Don't even play along with me, my jokes anymore. She waits as we finish up cleaning the rest of the dishes. So everyone already knows about us already. Damn. I thought we had done a decent job hiding it. Not a flawless, of course, but at least enough to avoid notice. Perhaps we need to rethink our actions from now on. Maybe not. I think it's about time we come clean and tell them what's going on. If we tell them, then maybe they will end up helping us arrange and come up with ideas for things we can do together. Right, what we have to do is tell everyone. Tell everyone that if you are in fact dating. Well, I guess there is no need to rush. We'll just find an opportune time and wait, huh? I suddenly realized something. Where's Marine? The prize that me and I had won at the summer festival. I've been too embarrassed to wear it on my finger, which goes without saying, but I still always carried it with me wherever I went. After all, the scenes were special. They had the power to draw us together no matter how apart we were. Where did I put it again? Is I hope I was wrong about the certain possibility I think about. Oh, I remember now. I was the first to take a bath today, so I took it out of my pocket and put it on the sink. Perhaps I should have followed Mio's example and worn it as a necklace. It would certainly be much harder to lose that way. With that, I opened the door to the changing room. I'm prepared. I knew it, I knew it. I freeze. Both in the body and the mind. The room appears to be occupied by no other than Mio herself. Mio stands stock still in front of me, without a single article for clothing covering any inch of her body. I can tell that her anger is already at a fever pitch. She's completely naked. And shooting a withering gaze at me. This isn't looking too good for me. She's looking good, of course, very good. Wait, no, this isn't the time for that. Hey there. As hunting negating. Well, I guess that wasn't the correct option. We picked. Let's reload and pick a different one. Sorry. I tried to smile lovely at her, like the young ambitious male idol with a cute feminine image. Very clearly falls the lowest spot on the pecking order within her group. I like how specific this is. That didn't seem to work either. I'm very sorry. Out of options, I get on my hands and knees. Is this deep above? I hope that I can show you that I'm very much reflecting my unacceptable conduct. I'm sorry for not knocking. This is surely a spirit of a man who is ready to accept his own death. I want nothing. The sound is different. Well, it was worth a try, I guess.
あんた
I swear. I'm sorry. The first thing to do in this situation like this is to leave immediately, not apologize. Damn it, I forgot. I was so confused. You confused with Plaster. I will remember to knock the next time, I promise. I give up on the growling, stand up and turn around to leave the room right away.
待って
Wait, I wish she grabs my arm before I can. Oh god, what does she want? Maybe she was going to tell me that instead of apologizing next time, I should just speed things up and kill myself.
どうして
Why? Excuse me?
どうして出て
Why are you leaving? Mostly because I don't want you to kill me, I guess.
バカ
Gosh, you're so dumb. Sean's ever so slightly looking a bit hard.
今さら
I'm not ashamed of being naked around you anymore.
恥ずかしくなんかない
Huh?
もっとすご
I
い
mean,
こと
come on.
いろい
You're
ろ
gonna
してる
play
くせ
further
に
than this. Well, yeah.
これ
We were looking for this. Yeah. I gave her my income. I promised I wasn't here to perf on you or anything.
だから
I just told you.
別
I
に
didn't care if
見
you
ら
see
れ
me
ても
naked.
大丈夫だって言ったじゃない
And why would you look so furious when I first walked in?
あんたがヘタレだか
You're
ら
just such a chicken. What? Like, the bird pierces me in the most delicate part of my heart. That one stung.
私たち
Look, and I was
彼女と彼氏なん
boyfriend
だ
and
よ
girlfriend. Yeah, right.
こういう時は
I mean, I will admit I was kinda startled when you first walked in, but like, we do much more than this, don't we?
もっとしてくれることとかあるでしょ
Yeah.
何を
So what then? What is your problem? Are you just
それと
gonna
もまだ
forget about
あ
everything
んなことしておい
that
て
has happened and say we are back to being childhood friends?
幼馴染
Fake
のまま
childhood friends? Nah,
偽
yeah.
物の幼馴染のままなの
Yeah, the boyfriend and the girlfriend. No, of course not.
それなら襲ってよ
Yeah, that's more like it. Then throw yourself at me like a wild animal. What? I'm sorry. Request is so direct that it momentarily catches me off guard.
私は
I don't mind. You can touch me
ユ
anywhere.
ーマになら何されたっていいからどうして固
Why
ま
you
っちゃ
just
う
standing there? Sorry. It just I've been so assertive today that I don't know what to do. Like I know what the right thing is to do in this situation is.
正しいとか正しくないとかどうでもいいの
There's
そ
a
うな
right thing
の
or wrong thing. None of that matters. She comes up and kisses me.
前にも言っ
I
たけ
thought I
ど
told you earlier today. I'm not embarrassed nor scared of
恥ずか
anything
しいこ
anymore.
とも怖いこともないの
Because you have us with you. Isn't it?
それにね
Also, conscious it is.
ユーマと同じ
But since that day,
一緒に
when
見
we
た
had the
人
same dream, it's like the burden on my mind has gotten a little
少しず
lighter.
つ
Before that
軽くなっ
point,
ていくの
I'd probably never be capable of something
こうし
something
て
like this.
いろいろ
it'd be
積
way
極
too
的
embarrassing.
になれるのも前の私なら恥ずかしくってできなかったかもしれないけどでもね
But now, I don't mind. I'm not ashamed.
なんでかな
I
平
mean,
気
your
なの
gaze. There's light of a courage in your eyes. Wish that was given here by someone else. By us. I thought you said you would never show any terror toward me.
ないわよ
I'm not.
私は
I'm not
ユ
trying
ー
to
マ
be
に
super
デレデレ
cringy
したいわ
and
けじゃない
affectionate with you. Really?
うん
Yeah. I just want to depend on you.
ユーマに甘えていたいの
That's an interesting way to put that. Oh, okay. I suppose it would be a bit mean of me to point out that she has been acting pretty affectionate toward me.
そうだよ
I just want you to spoil me, but
ユーマ
you're
に
too
甘
much
え
for
ていたい
being
の
to
に
be any good.
それなのにユーマがこんなじゃ頼りない
Sorry.
悪いと思って
Do you feel
る
bad about that? I think so.
そう
Oh, in that case,
それなら
do you mind
今
if
日
I do
は
whatever I want today?
私の好きなようにさせてもらってもいい
What do you have in mind?
いいから
No questions, just stay
動か
still.
ないで
Mia crashes down in front of me and waves your hand to my pants to unzip them.
やっぱり
Yeah, I guess you are
ま
still
だ
not
大
hurt
き
yet.
くないのね
She fumbles around, finally manages to pull the zipper down with some difficulty before pulling my plastic fin out. And this will once again for the voices. Even just the cool touch of your hands is enough to make my cheeks clench. She wraps you both your hands around my slowly swelling shaft and begins to move them up and down. Is it alright for me to do stuff like this, even if you are not fully hurt yet? Doesn't it hurt? Nah, it's fine. But I'm a bit concerned about doing the deed in a place like this. What if someone walks in and catches us in the act? I can start worrying about that possibility. You seem kinda distracted. Well, don't you think we should probably lock the door first before continuing? I think that the door looks oh crap, like... Oh, that doesn't make me feel any safer. Hmm? She leaves me suddenly on the tip of my fin without any sort of a warning. Why have you been so jittery? She asked me in a teasing tone. Are you really that worried that someone is gonna come in and see us? Yeah, kinda. I mean, worried actually. No way, nobody's gonna come home. Nobody's gonna come. How do you know? I don't really. It's got to believe we want to get caught and that we want. And what kind of logic is that? I can't help but smile a little at your nonsense. After that, I focus wholeheartedly on the way she's touching my manhood with her fingers and tongue. It's finally getting hard. Her hands seem to fumble a little before she carefully holds me a little tighter. Can I put it in my mouth? Please do. She looks up at me as though she wants to say something. Yeah? Well, I was just thinking you can take a little more control if you want. What do you mean by that? Like doing the things you want without asking me or make me do them first. Yeah, that might be a little harder for me to do. Really? But I feel like I'm doing something you don't want me to. Just pretend. It's not like you're actually gonna be forcing me against my will. You don't need to think so hard about it. She lets out a little laugh. I guess that will be your homework for the next time. She puts both of your hands to excellent use, helping me in finding all of my sensitive spots. Then she opens her mouth as wide as she can and swallows my acting. She starts the tip before gradually working her way down. Schmack. The pleasure is indescribable. This tingling feeling of my shaft slowly sliding into her mouth and then hours inside itself of a meal giving me this organs like schmack. She takes me in a deeper and deeper, and eventually after it's in a deep enough, she begins to slowly move her hand back and forth. Schmack, slurp, schmack, slurp, slurp. Schmack. I can feel the raw warmth of her tongue and the sucking of her cheeks. Mm. Schmack. Mm. With each strong rhythmic saga, my brain freezes. It's simply that mind-numbing. Schmack. Ha. 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 She's moving a lot more assertively than the last time she sucked me off. Sure. Human. Mm. I can feel a slight sadistic urge sprouting up from within me. Me. Hmm? Sure. You told me my homework for the next time was to learn to be a little forceful. Hmm? After caressing my tip with your tongue, she looks up at me and tilts her hat to one side. Do you mind if I try that now instead? Hmm? Put my hands on the back of her head and pass my finger deeper into her mouth. Dang. Just like that, I begin to thrust in out of her mouth a bit roughly. Mm. I can feel the hot air she is exhaling through her nostrils tickling my shalon, and every time she lets out a moan, my last heightens. Ha. Ha. Sluggishly, drinking out, bites her from the room as my tongue continues to slide in and out of her mouth. Since her eyes as drool pulls and drips from the corner of her occupied mouth. Even despite all of this, I can tell she's been careful to describe her tears. I guess my shaft inside her mouth. Schmack, 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 schmack. Yeah, it feels so good. Every time I push it into her mouth and hey there, like, every time I push her into her mouth and if you're wondering about what is going on the screen, it's the aging time, basically. This tingling feeling which wells up in my groin signaling my approaching ejaculation. But we actually have nothing going here. I feel a little butter, but treating you so roughly. But at the same time, that guilt is only fueling my last arousal. Schmack. Schmack. I continue to move in and out of you, and soon the shrieking sound from my finger rubbing against your mouth turns into a hard smacking sound. As your mouth begins to dry up, I can feel the roughness of your tongue, looking as it brings ever closer to the climax. As my release my entire lot inside your mouth and your brows for as I continue to twitch and ejaculate inside her. Ha. As I waves of the pleasure finally subside, and after that I finally pull out. Cough. She casts out the fluid I felt in her mouth. I'm sorry. I know you thought you wanted it to be rough, but I got a little carried away. I take one of the clean towels from the pile of the laundry next to us to wipe your face with. Then I come my fingers through her hair to fix the disheveled bits. You... You rammed that thing into my mouth so much. Was that what you wanted? Yeah, it was great. She burst into a smile. But I know it was the one who asked for you to be rough, but I realized something once we did it. I don't actually think I liked it that much. Oh, sorry. No, you may don't apologize. I don't mind. Sometimes you gotta try things to know whether you will like it or not. So you, this time, be a bit more gentle. She puts your arms around my neck and kisses me lightly. This time I want you to do the opposite. I want you to be gentle, even gentler than our first time. I think I prefer it when you are the one doing everything. Alright, I'm sorry, Mio. I won't be rough anymore. I up onto her left leg and lift it up. I'm really gonna do it in this position. Also, I wonder what, just how many more, this type of scenes we have left in her out. If I'm not wrong, it's the third one, like. And I hope it's the last one. Like, I don't have anything against them necessarily, but at the same time, I feel like they're kinda interrupting the pacing of the story. And I did not expect the first one. Like, are we really gonna do it in this position? Well, we don't have much space in here to work with. I look her in the eyes and kiss her again and again on the mouth that I had just ravished, trying to soothe it. Ready? I press my fin against her indents. Yeah, I'm ready. I can feel from my tip how wet she already is. We kiss again deeply and then I pull in, like which I'm holding up. And I slowly sink her into her. This is our first time now, so naturally penetration goes a bit more smoothly. It's in so deep. Yeah, it's a warm meal. It feels so nice. I love the feeling of you squeezing tightly around me. Oh, you do? She smiles at me gently. Me too. I love the feeling of your inside me, human. I sink my left arm around her slender hips and hold her tightly. I'm gonna move now. I sprint to her before continuing. Sure, go on. She nods, making a pained expression. With each heavy breath, she tightens slightly around me, and after a second or two, I begin to thrust my hips up. Ah, ha, ah, ha. Not so loud, Mio. I can't help it. I said you would be gentle, but ah. You've been too rough, no. I slightly slow down the pace of my hips. Ah. However, her moans are still getting louder and louder, so I sense her with a kiss. Still, though they continue to leak out from the corners of her mouth. I set up give up on trying to imitate the sounds. Like, but you would have to bear with me for the rest of the scene. Like, I don't have the presence of mind to worry about someone walking in on us anymore. I kiss you and rock my hips gently, trying to my best not to be too loud, too rough. Ah, no. Ah. Mm. Ha. Ah. You say too fast. He always grows some of you wish. Meow, this feels ridiculously good. Yuma, when you say that, it makes me so happy. She clings to my neck even harder. And I hold you as tightly as I can. You're so cute, Mew. So damn cute. Upon hearing that, she squeezes her eyes shut and she tightens around me. I'm not. Why are you saying that now? Why do you always call me cute when having having sex? You're so mean, you mom. Ah. The fluids begin to overflow as our genitals are up against each other, and I can feel a sharp, tingling pleasure spreading for me. How is it? Are you gonna come yet, you mom? I think I'm gonna yeah, me too. Are we gonna come together? Do you think we're gonna come together? Yeah. Awful, burst of a pleasure crash over me, pushing me relentlessly to my climax. Let's finish together. Let's do it together, Yuma. Come on, Yuma. Let's finish, finish with me. She leans all her weight into me, pushing me even deeper inside her. Sound of our bodies slapping against each other reverberates through the tiny changing room. Again, I'm gonna. The tip of my tip feels ready to explode as the hot water inside me begs to be released. Yes, let's do it together. Do it inside me. I'm gonna. come on down with you. I'm so happy. I'm coming. I'm coming too. Everything's going quiet and it's tingling. I'm coming. I'm coming. The opening pleasure from the tightening around me is so immense that it feels as though somebody punched me in the back of the head. I feel my fluid gushing inside him. I know, like I'm doing an amazing job reading this. Like I know. She closes her eyes, basking in the sensation of my ejaculation. But at least we're almost over with this. You, ma'am? She breathes heavily as she calls out my name. It was amazing. My mind is going totally blank. And I felt really good there at the end. Does that mean I came? Yeah. I hope I was able to make you come. I slide myself out, holding up her body. You're kidding, huh? Even after all that, you're still so big. Let's not go for the second round. You're staring increasingly at it. Does that mean you can still keep going? Let's not keep going. I'm not sure I will be able to keep going. I think so. I love you so much. I would probably be able to make love with you for hours. Think, I don't want to keep going with stuck in this limbo for scene for like hours. I'm gonna be honest. She smiles. It's kind of funny. I know I should call you a pervert or be happy about that. She softly mumbles, gross, huh? And you having sex with you so much now? It probably makes me gross, huh? You're not gross, me. I gently use my fingertip to pull away the hair out of her bangs, which clings to her forehead. There's nothing gross about enjoying it. In fact, I think it makes you cute. She presses her lips and pouts happily. So I'm only cute now? Huh? Do you think I'm only cute when I having when I'm doing it? I thought she was genuinely mad at me, but also she is a little miffed. Are you saying I'm not normally cute? No, I'm not saying that at all. I hold you tightly. You're the cutest girl in the world, Mio. No matter when or what are you doing? Okay. She spins around slightly in my arms. She is just that adorable for words. Meow. Yeah? I have for... I'm not up for one more round, but like... I have for one more round. She nods and smiles at me. Sure. We can't keep having as long as you want. After that we share a kiss. Okay, like... It seems it's about to end. Holy... And we got busted by... You will never know by whom. It's gonna. And I'm gonna turn on the voices because we need to hear this shriek. But she's shrieking there. Yep. Maybe she just too shocked and for the loss of words to shake. All right. It's like your worst nightmare came true. Let's summarize the current situation. I'm present. My pants are down. Mio is also present. Fully nude. I know full well that there is no talking our way out of this one. However, if by some miracle she only saw what was happening from the waist up, we could potentially fool her by saying we were only making out, maybe. We are not fooling her in any way. Cannon flames. The body lifelessly drops to the floor, no. You just killed the cannon. Passes. Oh god. Alright. I think she hit her heart or anything at least. She isn't seriously hurt, is she? No, I think she's fine. Thank god. You know, gives a heavy sigh of relief. It's a bit of a shame though. Means we're just getting a good. We decided to postpone our fun for another day and take the unconscious Kana to her home. Alright, I think we should be good. I wonder if I should remember to knock the next time or not. For some reason, that's the thought that occupies my mind at this moment. Let's keep in mind that we should knock just for the sake of Kana. I heard that Miss Meita Onesana fainted. It's alright. As everyone sits around the dinner table eating this evening, Tsukasa suddenly speaks up, asking me about Kana anxiously. Yeah, about that.
なんかショッキングな場面にでも遭遇しちゃったんじゃないの?
I think she probably walked in something a little shocking.
衝撃的なのですか?
Huh? Something shocking, you say?
そうそう。
Yep. I don't know how
どこま
much
で
you
見ちゃ
saw
ったの
exactly,
か
but
知らな
well,
いけどね。
it was probably enough. Wait, don't tell me she knows every last detail about Mew and Ivy were getting up in the bathroom?
君たちね、
A bit of
危ない
advice
こ
for
と
you
はあんま
kids.
りしない方がいいと
For
思
you, I
う
would
な、
be
お
more
姉さん
careful.
は。
It's where you do these things. What these things exactly? Well, not that it matters.
そろそろみん
I
なに
think
言っ
it's
てもいいん
about
じゃ
time
ない
you told us,
君
Lois.
たちのこと。
We can't keep sneaking around and
いつまでも
keeping it a
黙った
secret
ままで
from us
隠
forever.
密行動ってわけにもいかないでしょ。
It's about time we came clear. That's for sure. Well,
私皆さん
I'm
が
having a
何
hard
を
time
話
keeping
して
up
い
with
るの
this
か
conversation.
難しすぎてわかりません。
She stares at us blankly.
もしかすると
Is this some sort of a secret growing up conversation that kids aren't allowed to listen on?
まあなん
What
て
did
いう
they just
か
way
さ
to put it? Basically, this to getting it on.
できちゃってるんだよ。
できちゃっ
The getting it on. Shukasa tilts her hat. I'm sorry, Vanessa. I still don't get it.
お姉さん
You might need to explain it in more simpler terms for me to understand.
私まだまだよくわからないみたいなのです。
ああ、
Alright.
付き合ってるって
They're
こと
going out. See
わ
now?
かる
You know, like boyfriend
男
and
女の
girlfriend.
関係だよ。できちゃなんと
Oh, how glorious! Tsukasa's eyes start to twinkle.
おめでとうございます。
Congratulations on Nisa. Congratulations on Nessa. Thanks.
ということは
That means you have exclusive rights to his divine powers of bestial enhancement and groove. Whoa. I guess that's what the nature of our power from this point on. It's not the healing anymore.
ぬない
Say what?
お兄さんはおっぱいの神様ですので。
Onisan is the god of boobies.
でも
Yeah, but she pats her chest, say,
全然
my boobs aren't getting any bigger. It's because you're still not converted in our faith yet. You need to become a believer, like.
そういうのは
Well, it just
これか
hasn't
らなんじゃ
started to
ない
take
の
effect yet. Susan begins to wiggle her fingers suggestively.
毎夜毎夜に注がれる愛さえあればそれくらいの奇跡を
Since they've been wrapped up so lovingly every night at the bathroom now, Michael bound to cure sooner or later. Stop wriggling your fingers like that, you pervert. A sigh. Man, though, I feel really bad for Kana. I can't believe she stayed up fainted. Although she certainly didn't see the worst of it. But even so, I wonder why I feel like this. A pull of guilt splits for me, but I'm not quite sure what is causing it.
大丈夫。
Don't worry. Huh?
大丈夫だよ、ユ
You'll
ー
be
マ。
fine, Yuma. Yuma nods and reassuringly from across the table. Yeah, what are you referring
あ
to?
の子を助けるのは
You can leave everything to me. I will save her. Yuma? What's he talking
だ
about?
からユーマは何も気
Don't
に
need
せ
to
ず
worry about Athena. Just focus on living a happy
幸
life
せになればいい
with
と
a
思う
childhood
よ。
friend, Kisaragi-san. Oh, okay. This hits deeper after Kana's route. A strange cloud of discomfort now moves over the room. Both Mew and I are fidgeting restlessly. It's incredibly awkward to say the least.
We'll
have to tell Kana-chan about all this later on. Man, we're sure gonna have to select our words carefully though. Otherwise she might burst into tears. She's bound to burst into the tears at this point anyway. A bit of silence feels there. Well, shall we go ahead and eat? Yeah, might as well. We all put our hands together. But tonight's mealtime for some reason feels really awkward. It's a bit more silent than usual. So I finally found here, Yukon. Oh. I thought it would take some more time, but here it goes. Huh? I'm looking through the hallways after dinner to go check up on Kana, and I hear Suzu-san call me to me from behind. What did you find?
Oi, oi. 何がはないんじゃないかな。依頼主は君じゃないか。
Oh, come on, Bansem. Did you silly forget already? You're the client, you're the one who asked me to search for her in the first place, and now you look at me like you haven't got a clue in the world what I'm talking about? Still doesn't ring a bell. I'm talking about the person requested for me to find the other day. I found her. You found her already? Admittedly, I know next to nothing about this person. I did give Susan a brief explanation of my intent in learning her whereabouts. But still, it hasn't even been 3 days since then. That was really quick. I just really didn't expect you to find her so soon. I mean, you even forewarned me that it might take a bit of a time. Yeah, I did. I was quite surprised how fast it was myself, but even the kind of person she is, it all makes sense now. She's how she and I are somewhat connected, you see? Connected? You knew who she was? Basically, it wasn't that hard to locate her, but I did have a bit of an awful time actually catching her. She even catched her? What is this all about? I opened my mouth, wanting to know the answer to this question, but she interrupts and continues before I have the chance to. Anyhow, it's not that I found them. I found the girl Mio-chan asked you to fetch for her. Currently, I've got her tied up in a safe location. Where's the safe location? She looks at me solemnly. With Mio-chan and I don't know where to the school, but I'll hit in your classroom. We'll hand her over to you once you arrive there. I have a bad feeling about this, like, really bad feeling. Like, I don't know if you should have mastered this deal. You made this real, you really find him. I've done a Susan instructed and brought Mio to the school as the sun set off in the distance. But from the other side, I wouldn't like you walking around freely and been let scot-free with what she did before. And especially if she's plotting something against me. You found Kanzaki Toro? Yeah, sends it Ali to Suzu-san. Natsume-san found her? She did actually went to her and filled a formal job request for her to find Kanzaki Toro. Sorry for doing that without consulting you first, Mio. How come we at school? Wouldn't she have brought you to the dorm? I know any more than you do. Maybe she wanted to keep this hidden from everyone else. Well, either way, we won't know anything for certain until we ask Susan herself. I hope Susu is not under her influence. We have a designated classroom, our classroom. Mia? Once there, Mia comes to an immediate halt.
私
What am I gonna do
ど
now?
うしたらいいの
What do you mean?
私は
I'm supposed to get rid of her, like,
私が
let her
望んで
make
るみ
quests
たいに
at
やっつけるだなんて
and that
可愛
is
い言い
essentially
方を
only
してる
my
けど
way of putting it, but
結局の
do
と
you
こ
really
ろ
got to do something
私
so
は
horrible
そ
to
の子
him?
にひどいことをしなくちゃいけないってそういうことできない
I can't
そ
do
んな
that.
のできない
But you have to, otherwise you won't be able to go home. Was that the ultimate goal all along? So if you want
い
to
いの
forget it,
それ
I
はも
told
う
you.
諦
I've
め
long
るっ
since
て
given up on that. All I want,
私は
she takes my hand.
私は
All I want is you, Yuma.
でも
As long as I have you, nothing else
あなたが
matters.
こうしてそばにいてくれればだから
I don't want to get involved with this other me, French plot or whatever. This has
関わ
nothing
り
to
た
do
く
with
ない
me.
よ
Let's get the hell out of here. I know.
ユーマはどう
What do you
思う
think, Yuma? Should I go forward with this? Should I take revenge on this girl?
思
Whom
う
I've never once met in my life.
私が
Just to please the other me.
私の代わりにまだ一度も出会ったこともないようなそんな子に
I certainly don't think you should do anything you yourself don't want to do. I like the fact that you have been backed into this corner either. But if there is even a teensy tiny part of you that still wants to switch back, then still wants to see your parents
気
again,
持ちが
then what?
あるのなら
Then I think you should at least face this girl and take a look at her before you decide. And I want you to give up no matter what.
どういうこと
Why not? I don't know, for some reason, the idea of giving up just doesn't sit well with me, with regard to anything. It's like you're averting your eyes from the truth. When someone resign themselves to defeat before exploring every single option, that's out there. It just makes me feel really sad, but is it really a defeat? She finds her home in you, like, might as well, like. And why she has to take revenge against Toro when she haven't met this Toro in the even once before. Like. That's why I don't want you more than anyone else to throw away a chance at fulfilling your wish to go home. Deep down, you want to go home, don't you? You want to see your parents. It's just too early for you to be giving up. You have to keep trying.
でも
But your hands curl up into fists.
突
That's
然
just too sudden. I'm not ready to do this.
何もできてない
You don't need to come ready. I put my hand on the classroom door and then you can prepare yourself once we're inside. I fling it wide open.
遅かったな
You
二
sure
人と
took
も
your time. Susan stands there alone. Alone? You just hear. Is Kanzaki Toru dead already? Like, there's no one else in this classroom. No one else. Wait, no one else? Wait a second. Something isn't right. I scanned the classroom again and again, but I can't find any indication that anyone else is here. What is going on here? Susan, what is, where is the girl?
あ神崎徹を見つけ出す
Ah,
って
you
要
wanted me
件
to
だ
find a
な
girl by the name of Kanzaki
分
Toru.
かってるよ
Didn't you? Don't worry,
そ
I
のために
remember.
ここへ
The reason I
君
have
た
brought
ち
you
を
to
呼んだんだ
here.
から
Did she throw herself out of the window, like in this from this classroom? Well, then where is she?
うん
You see, the girl has
あ
some
の子は
spooky
実に
mysterious
面白お
powers
かしく
at your
不
disposal.
思議な力を使う子だね言葉の力を
She
使
can
って
control and manipulate
誰でも
people
好きなように
with the words
操
she
ることがで
speaks.
きる
If you drag a little deeper,
その力
dug
でで
into
き
a
るこ
little
とを突き
deeper
詰め
into
れ
your
ば
power, I'm
き
sure
っとそれだけ
you'd
では
even
なく
find
て
that
もっ
its
といろいろなことがで
capabilities
き
go
るよ
way
うにな
beyond
るんだ
just
ろ
that.
う
Suzu-san,
言葉には命がある
let's have souls within them.
一度口から吐き
As
出
soon
し
as
てしまえ
they're
ば
spoken,
その時点
you
で
go
それは
off
一
into
人
the
歩
world
きを
as
始め
an
る
autonomous
まあ遠くさい
entity.
話
So
だ
if
が
this sounds a bit
まず最初に言葉があっ
insignificant,
た
but
という
just
や
as
つだ
famous line goes, in the beginning it was the word. I scanned the room once more. Something definitely isn't right here. I spot a blue plastic sheet covering part of the floor. The orange light continues to seep into the classroom. The flow of Susan's words almost reminiscent of a holy person singing in hymn. The only serves to amplify the luminous in the room. Why are you alone, Suzu-san? Where's Kanzaki Toru? I thought you Satoshi was here.
そうだね
Yep, that is what
そ
I
れが
told you.
私たちの
But
約束
funnily
だ
enough, she's nowhere to be found. I wonder why that is.
彼女は
Wait,
どこにもい
Susan,
ない
no. I recall the events from your stream. Those men who had their freedom robbed of them for verbal command and killed Mio's parents. So she managed to brainwash Suzu. Holy crap. That girl controlled and manipulated them like puppets using her hypnotic words. Susan. I don't want to believe it. You lost, didn't you? I usher Mio behind me and begin to take a few steps back as a cautionary measure. I felt pride to Kanzaki Toru's hypnotic words.
ユーマ
Yuma, what is going on? You're ready to run on my mark. We can stay here. If Walter ran into the trap, it upset by Kanzaki Toru to lure me out to the secluded location. There is no doubt in my mind that Mio had been on her list. She had been searching for her, hoping to finish what she failed to do on the day when Mio betrayed her. In order to complete her revenge.
逃げる
What are you
一体
running?
どこへ
Wait, you really think you will get away from me?
私から無事に逃げ切れると思ってるのか
My master has been consumed by the power of these mystic
こ
words.
こへのこのこやって
It
きた
was
時点
game
で
over for the two of
君
you.
たち二
The
人の
moment
敗
you
北
set
は
foot
決
in
定
this
されて
room
る
with the girl in it all.
どうしようもなくだ
There is nothing you can do now to escape me. Do you understand? Suzu-san.
君たちをここ
You
へ呼
really
びつ
need
け
to
た意味
explain why I summoned
それ
you
くらいは
to
理
this
解できる
location
だろ
and now do I? This place is
ここで
empty
なら
out of human
他
sight,
の目
so
をあらゆる意味で
I
気に
need to
留
worry
める
about
必要が
anyone
ないから
interfering
だ
with what I'm about to do. Susan, please, open your eyes.
目は覚めてるさ
Oh, the fight open.
く
I
っきり
assure you.
ばっちりと
It's all clear to me. You've
む
seen
し
this
ろ
alive.
すがすがしいくらい
You
だ
realize that Kanzaki Toru's words this
こ
was
の世
only
を救えるの
salvation.
は
All the things that
神
we
崎
tried
徹
to
の
do.
言葉だけだ
It's
と
very
気づけ
strange
た
if
か
you
ら
know
ね
it, but I fully
私たち
full
が必死になっ
answer.
て走り回る必要なんてまるでなく
Why? Why did this happen? Why did I have Susan look for this girl instead of doing it myself? Because of my mistake, she ended up brainwashed and I'm now going to have to fight her. Even so, I can't raise my hand against her. Honestly, if I did fight her seriously, would I even have a shot? What are the odds that I'm actually be able to overpower her? It's a flat draw. That needs no consideration. It's pointless to even try to think of otherwise. No matter how desperate I increase my odds by even a fraction of a percent. The only thing, contemplation will do right now is pushing me further into despair as I realize just how truly hopeless the situation is. We have to run. If we want to live, then that's our only option, plain and simple. We are screwed, like. Really screwed. Mio, I take my childhood friend's hand. Run! We turn away from Susan and run as fast as we can. At as I'm about to reach out for the classroom door, however, Wait, what? Is my initial version about Kanzaki Toro Bindata is actually the site on the money and she's just pulling the leg on us. I can't laugh there. I mean, it's gonna be a relief if it's the case, but like we need to smack Suzu really hard on the head, like for pulling the prank on us. And laughter, I goes throughout the classroom. What a. I saw turn around. This were anyone else given the details of the situation, that laughter would sound nothing but a sinister. Susanna, don't tell me. Instead, all it does is fill me with a great sense of relief. Oh god, sorry. We're just pranking you guys. Usually you think I would lose them. A miserly little kid. Come on. Actually, I take that back. What I feel right now is far from a relief. Like I'm just exasperated to no end, but well, I guess if I dig deep enough for that exasperation, I'm truly relieved. I fell down on the ground, totally drained. I can't believe you. Sorry. Yes, I got a little too into the role. First, I was gonna say one quick line or two to give you guys a short scare, but we were taking it so seriously and just couldn't find a good point to stop and come out with it. Man, Suzu is really messed up on her head. Why would you do something like this as a prank? God, I feel like I'm about to cry. I saw you just shaved like, she's just pure evil. I saw you just shaved about 50 years of my life. Well, hey now. We just wanted to take you on a good old Masterpiece Apprentice one-on-one, man-on-man fight. Don't you think that sounds pretty badass? Absolutely not. There's a died and be forced to fight you one-on-one. I don't care what your reasoning is. I'm not doing that ever. Please explain, Yuma. What is going on? Yeah, well, let's just basically say that Susan, brain disease forces her to clown around at all times, no matter what the situation. She really needs help, I swear. Jeez, I said I was sorry. If I'm being honest here, I think the one who deserves an apology here. I feel downright insulted that you thought I would lose to a kid like you. Well, that aside, where is Kanzaki Toro? Oh, she's over there, hidden under the teacher's desk. Why there? Again, how have you? I didn't want to run in the risk of anyone coming in here and seeing that. It probably gives them a bit of a spoke. From an outsider perspective, probably look like a bit of a criminal, and that's putting it mildly. What had you do to her? Holy. I pick on the teacher's desk and I find a single girl curled up beneath it, unable to move. Her arms and legs are bound, and there's a gag in her mouth. Ah, I see now. Okay, that's some good tie-up she had done on her. Yeah, if someone stumbled upon the scene without any additional context, you would definitely have law enforcement called on you. And if the girl has no visible injuries whatsoever, her statement would make one believe she had will have something wild done to her. I pulled that girl, Kanzaki Toro, out from under the desk and carried her to the blue sheet on the floor. It was quite a hassle to capture her, I tell you. Had to be extremely careful not to let her utter the words she wanted. So that's why you gagged her. Honestly though, did you need to use this? If I recall this things called Bulgars, or into bandishing. Yeah,
微妙な
well,
と
it's
こ
a
ろ。
long story. Well, at least it's came useful here.
司にいたずら
Basically,
心
it
で売
was
りつけちゃってた
one
お
of
も
the
ちゃの
stories
一つ
that
を
I had
返却
selling
さ
at
れちゃってたから
Tsukasa as a
ね。
prank wish.
それを
It
使っ
returned
て
to
み
me,
たん
but
だ。
I still wanted to use it for the something. I can't even be bothered to argue with her stupidity at this point. I threw a cursory glance behind me. Me staring silently at the girl laying there on the sheet like a curled up caterpillar. And she in turn staring back at me unblinkingly with a deep dark hatred in her eyes. I'm not ready. We had said that before walked in here. First she wasn't. She was suddenly thrown into a situation she wanted no part of to begin with. What she supposed to do? This isn't a light decision by any means. She can make up her mind on the fly. I said to continue my conversation with Susan a bit longer, to give me even just a minute or two, want to sort out her feelings and possibly arrive at a convention. What convention like? The whole situation feels really weird to me, to say the least. I don't really believe that doing anything to the store will make the other meal change your mind. If I recall, you said you were connected to Kanzaki Toro, Susan. Do you mind explaining that for me?
ああ、
Sure.
私が魔女だ
Once
とか
upon
呼
a
ばれてい
time,
た。
when I was so
小
much
さな頃
younger
の
and
話
no one
だ。
as a witch, this girl suddenly
いきな
burst
り
into
こい
my
つは
room
寮
at the
内の
door
私の部屋に
one
や
day
っ
and
てきて、
demanded that I fight her.
私と戦えだとかそんなことをのたまいやがってさ。
Ah, so she did try to attack her. She wanted to fight you?
うん。
Yeah,
最
but
初
she
自分は
did.
神様に愛さ
She
れ
was
たんだと
spouting
か
some
なんだと
nonsense
か
about how she
そんな
was
ことを
loved
言っ
by
たか
God or
な。
something and how God has
言
commanded
葉を支配するのは神
over
様なんだ
all
って。
words. Yada yada.
だから魔
Which
女にだ
meant
って
that she
勝て
could
るんだ
easily
って
beat a
ね。
witch.
もうね。
Man, I
め
was
っちゃ
freaking
怖かった
spooked
よ。
at Elia.
だって目
She
が
had
いっ
this
ちゃって
crazy
るん
glint
だ
in
も
her
ん。
eyes. I thought she
嫌
was
な
a
ガ
good
キだなっ
good
て
and
思った。
lunatic or something.
本当は相手す
I
るのも
didn't
嫌だ
wanna
ったんだ
fight
けど、
her,
あ
but
ん
she
まり
kept
にもしつこい
insisting
し、
and
その
other
他に
kids
もやっ
who
てくる
talked
ガキど
along
も
with
も
her
怖がってたし、
we were getting
少しだ
scared,
け付き合ってあげ
so
た
I
んだ
decided
よ。
to humor her.
あの時痛い目見ただけで懲りてれば、まあこの子もほんの少しは可愛げもあったろうにね。
You know, if only she had learned lesson after the humiliation I hadn't her then, maybe she would still have some semblance of humanity left in her now. What had you do to her back then?
秘密。
Can't tell ya. Get her some rough shaking. A lot of rough shaking. Can't tell ya. Why? I'm dying to know now, just because you said that.
だって、
Well, come on, I don't wanna scare you or anything. That tells me more than I need to know. I'm really still a magical girl and the most real one. And don't you forget that you call yourself a girl?
君のそういった反応には
I'm sick of that joke
もう
already.
飽き飽きだよ。
Find something new.
まあ、ともかくね。
Well, jokes aside,
この子は
well,
私
since
に
that day,
勝
she
負を
has
持ち
been
かけてく
showing
るよ
up
うに
every
な
now
っ
and
てさ。
then to challenge me. She even tries to meddle in work on acquisitions to... Wait, really?
この子はそれまでの日常生活
She's
を
completely
からっき捨て
discarded
て
whatever life she had
今も行
before.
方不明のまま
This all
で
went down, and
どんな
I can't
生 活
even
を
begin
送
to
っている
imagine
のか
what
は
she
見
has
当
been
もつか
doing
ないけれ
all
ど
this time that she's been officially missing.
ともかくさ
But for whatever
な
reason,
んだか知らないけど
the girl
妙
got
にライバル視
into
され
her
ちゃっ
head
て
that
さ
into her head that I'm her rival or something.
神様より強い魔
She
女なん
was
ていない
spouting
ん
all
だ
this cringe,
とか
worthy
なんだ
lines
と
like
か
there's no
痛々
witch
しく
stronger
から
than
め
a
てるん
god,
だ
and picking
ごま
fights
して
with
たんだよ
me.
ね実
It's
際
still pain in the ass, I
い
tell
つか
you.
らお前は
I
神
could
様
die
に
and
な
made
ったん
this
だ
kid
よ
a
って
god.
突っ込みたいよね
Wait, what? Should be meddling with our work? I must have not noticed that.
そりゃそうさ
Of course he
い
wouldn't.
ちいち挟み込まれる邪魔の一つ一つに翻弄されてたら依頼者にも迷惑がかかる。そうだろ？
If I bothered to humor this little pest every time she tried to get in the way, be disservice to our clients, no?
普段はあんまり相手にし
So
ない
even
よう
though I
にして
try
た
to
けど、
ignore you as much as
だからそうい
possible,
った場合のみ全力で排除してた。
there are some times when I can't, so I go all out and no holds barred and bring you out of the way.
そういうわけだから、
By the time
い
you
つも
have
ユウ君
gotten
が仕事を
involved
始める前
with
に
the
はも
work
う
I
すで
had
に
but
この
long
子が
since
起こす
dealt
嫌
with
がらせや
your
揉め事
pesky
を
little
片付けてい
antics
たんだ
and
よ。
taking care of you. Just how strong you are exactly. That you have telling me all this time, I'm actually starting to get a bit of scared. Also, how do you even fight against a girl like her? Yours have a mysterious hypnotic effect. How can you win against you time and time again, despite the fact that she can literally control you by speaking?
だから言ったっしょ。お姉さんは肉体派
I
な感
told
じ
you,
の魔
pal.
法少
I'm
女
real
だから
deal magical girl. How is any part of you magical?
肉体言語
Well, Mel was fighting evil by moonlight. Held the cellar moonlight. She stares at me. Wonder if that was convincing enough. Need to update your references. Nah, she's good. Like, she's little. She's actually human. I'm beginning to doubt, so.
まあそういう
Well,
わけ
but
で
anyway,
引き
this
渡し
she
は
is.
これで終了だ。
My job here is done. Right. I was hoping to give Mio a bit more time to gather her thoughts, but I guess I have stalled as long as I can. I don't think there is any doubt that this is girl you were after. She's the one who killed the other yours parents.
うん
Yeah.
いろいろ
I
本
haven't
人から
talked to
話
her
を
and
聞いてみ
I
た
have
い
a
けど
ton of questions I wanna ask her,
Demo,
but that's
それは
probably too
ダメなのね。
dangerous, I guess. Yeah, she might attack us if get rid of the gag.
そう
Right.
ねえ神
Kanzaki
崎
Toro.
一つだけ
There is something I
私の
wanna tell
話
you.
を聞いてほしいの
Mio kneels down on the ground, trying her best to look Kanzaki Toro in the eyes.
信じられないかもしれないとは思うけど私は如月美桜だけどでもね
I know this is
あな
gonna
たが
sound a
嫌
little
ってい
crazy,
た
but
如
I'm
月
Kisaragi
美桜
Mio.
とは別
That's
の
not the
人なんだ
Kisaragi who you despise so much. I'm a completely different person. Mio then proceeds to give a brief summary of everything regarding the parallel world and the swap that occurred. She doesn't neglect to explain the basement's powers either.
わかるよ
Totally get it
い
if
きなり
you're
こんなこ
confused.
と言われても
Was to it first,
でも
but that's all
それ
true.
は
I'm not the Kisaragi Mio who despises you from the very bottom of your heart.
だからね
I don't hate you.
私は
I don't harbor any
あなた
for
には何の恨
grudge
みもない
against you
の
whatsoever.
あなたたち二人とは無関係な私だから本当ならこんな風にして
And nothing to
あ
do
な
with
たに
what
苦しい
happened
思
between
い
you
を
and
させたくは
her,
ない
so I wouldn't wanna hurt you like this if it's all possible.
でもね
Still,
あなたにひどいことされて
killed your parents in cold blood,
この
and
世からい
now
な
I
くな
gotta
っちゃっ
take
た
revenge on you in
私
his
の
stead.
お父さんとお母さんその仇を取るために私はあなたをやっつけないといけないのわかる
You understand what I'm saying, right?
私はあなた
If
に
I don't punish you right now,
これから罰を
I'll
与えないと
I will never be able to return to my home world.
帰れないんだよ
I suspected Kansaki Toro doesn't so much as a blink. She simply stares back at me unflinchingly.
ね
Tell me, what am I
え
supposed
私
to
は
do?
どうしたらいい
I tried to deal with it by not worrying about seeing my parents
お父
again.
さんとお母
Just
さん
telling
を諦
myself
め
that
た
I had swapped them for my childhood friend.
両親と交換したんだってそう自分に言い聞かせて納得しようと思ってたでも
But
今私は
I've flown to see my parents for so long. Now I have the power to make that
お父さんに会いに
happen.
行ける鍵を手に入れたのかもしれなくて
Even Yuma told me not to give up.
そう言ってくれていて
This is the ultimate decision she has arrived at. Has she chosen to return to her home world and do what needs to be done to accomplish that?
私はね、
I can definitely understand.
私の気
That
持
me
ちもわ
sang.
からないでもないって思ってる。だって
Her mom and dad were ruthlessly taken from her. Many would give over that and come to despise the person responsible. It's a totally natural reaction.
否定することなんて誰にもできないって思う。私だって
If you did something like that to my parents for no reason, then I'm sure the same would happen to me and that's why vengeance against you.
だけど
But still,
それで
that
も
doesn't justify any of this.
こんなのって
It's just wrong.
歯には歯を
An eye for eye,
やられたらや
tit
り
for
返す。
tat. They look and touch you. If I'm supposed to pass judgment on here as an individual
ここで
instead,
こうして
I
正
don't
当
buy
法
that
ではないジャ
whatsoever.
ッジを
There's
行
no
う。
justice in revenge.
そんなのは本当の正義なんかじゃないと私は感じる。それに
Even if I did punish
あ
you
なたが
here,
今ここ
it
で
wouldn't undo what
忘れられた
you
からと
did.
いって
It wouldn't bring your parents back
死んだ
from
二
the
人が
dead.
帰ってくるわけじゃないのに。
ね
Hey,
えみお
Mio-chan.
はい
Yes, what is
何で
it?
しょうか。
この国には死刑制
Now
度
how
っ
we
ても
have
のがあ
the
るよ
death
ね。
penalty in this country, right? Suzu-san?
まあ聞けって。
But the thing is, we still can't let her go to get off the scot-free, like. Just not the option. Just
と
listen.
りあえず善悪に
One
ついての
bother
長
wise in
たら
your
しい
time
公
is
職は省くけど、
introduce a lecture on
私
human
はその
morality and
罰則
the difference between
い
right
わ
and
ゆる
wrong.
極刑は必
But
要
I'm
悪
believer
だと
that a
思ってる。
capital punishment is in the sense necessary evil.
必要悪。それはどうしてですか。
Why do you think that?
それは残された人間たちが前に進むきっかけになるからだ。確かに悪人を始末したか
They
ら
make
と
a
い
fair
って
point that
一
by
番悔しい
executing the
思いをした
criminals,
であろう個人
whenever
は
we arrest the
決して
crimes,
戻ってこない。
the biggest victims of all, the ones who lost their lives, don't ever come back.
でもそんな
But
ものは
that's
関係
entirely
がないん
irrelevant
だ。
logic
理
reason.
性だとか道理だとか
The principle of
賛
not
成
gain
反対の数
versus
の
not
原理だ
loss.
とかそんなのはどうでも。
None of that stuff matters.
これは
This
ど
is
こまで
purely
行
a
って
matter
も
of emotions
感情
and
論であるべきなんだ。
it's what we should base our decisions off.
てめえやりやがったな。
Person I
そっ
killed
ちがそ
person
の気ならいいぜ。
Beast loved
殺
one.
してやるよ。
The person B says, you killed my so and so, son of a bitch. I'm gonna kill you and make you pay. It's just a basic revenge.
理不尽な不自由を
Why
押し
should
付
the
けられた
person
側の
who
人間
suffered
だ。
some terrible injustice be forced to
悔
just
し
get in
涙を
and
飲
suck
み
it
込む
up?
強制力なんて
How they're supposed to
あっていい
deal
は
with
ずがない。
a bitter rage, a bitter rage whistling in the heart?
それが夏目さんの根性論。
Is that your opinion on the matter,
そうだ
Natsuma-san?
ね。
Yeah.
極刑は事件に巻き
Death
込まれた
penalty
当
is
事者
not
たちの
something
心を弔う
done
もので
to
も
honor the deceased.
彼らの恨みを晴らすもの
No,
で
it's
もな
something
い。
done that should ever be done in the name of
明
revenge.
日へ踏み出すき
It's
っか
something
け
that
を
must
与
be
えるべ
done
き
for
た
the
めのものな
survivors
ん
to
だ。
move on with their lives.
というの
Well,
が
that's basically my
私個人の
personal
考え方
thoughts
というか
on the topic of the
正
death
義への価値観
penalty.
だ。
And I guess the concept of justice in general.
ともかく
Anyhow, my point is this.
極刑には思いのほか賛成意見ほど反対は多くないけれど、その制度そのものが
Surprisingly, there are
残され
more
た人
people in
間
favor
た
of
ち
the
が次
death
の時
penalty
間へ踏
than
み出
those
すために
supposed to
必要
it.
なのだと
But whatever the
彼ら
reason
が
is,
そういうのな
whatever
ら
the good and bad of it is, the survivors say this is something necessary for them to move on.
それは紛れもなく必要なことなのだろうと私は思う。
Then I think we ought to consider it undeniably necessary, no matter what.
それなら
Then what about the loved ones of the person put to death?
残された人たちはその人たちが
What if those people develop their own grudges, act to do
感
this
情論で
on those
相手側の
irrational
残された人を
emotions,
手に
and
かけ
execute
たら
their
どう
own
するんで
revenge
す
on
か
the victims' surviving loved ones?
そうなるとやられたらやり返すが 永遠に続いていきます。
Does Toru even have loved ones? Like, I'm not entirely sure that there is anyone who likes you. All you will end up with a never-ending cycle of revenge and hatred.
そうだね。だからこそそのシステムは国が守り運営する制度なのさ。
Yeah, you make a good point. That's why the government is the sole enforcer and regulator of capital punishment.
何事も先にやっ
Whoever
た方が
strikes
悪いんだ。
first in the situation is always
子
the
供の論
one
理だが
in the
非
wrong.
常にわかりやすく
It may
て
sound
私は
like a
好きだ。
childish argument, but it's a simple.
物事はシン
But
プ
I
ル
like
であれ
it.
ばあるだけいい。
It's a pretty keep things, but
それがこれなんですか？
are you saying that applies to this
これ
situation?
が
That killing you is necessary evil so that so the other me can have some sort of a closure.
そういうことになるか
That's
もな。
basically the gist of it. The gist of it.
この教室が国の代わりに私とゆうくんが守り運営する制度の場。
In this classroom, Yukon and I will be the enforcers of a capital punishment in the government's stead.
ここでどんなことがあった
No matter
とし
what
ても、
happens here,
みおちゃんには
nothing
何
bad
も
will
困った
happen
こ
to
とは
you.
起こらない。
The two of us vow that
私た
we
ちは
will
君を
guarantee your
庇護す
safety.
ることを保証し、誓おう。
だから
So you're telling me
私に
I'm going to punish this
罰する
girl?
ってことなんですか？私じゃない。
I'm just supposed to take a revenge and
他人の
bloody
罪
my
を
hands for the other me,
出して
someone else
計
a
算しな
cause?
くちゃいけないんですか？そんな
I
の
can't. Just began to fall in your eyes.
です。
And one I
私
can't.
にはできません。
何を言ってる？
You're even listening to me. Huh?
バカを言うんじゃ
That's a
ない。
lot of horse shit.
この子に極刑
You
を
don't
与
have
え
any
るな
right
ん
to
て
punish this girl.
君には
But what are you?
この子を裁く
The
権
only
利があ
person
る
who
のは
has the right to
私
judge
だ
this
けだ。
girl is you. The other
私である
Mio-chan.
みおちゃんだけだ。私は確かに
I'm a
極刑に
believer
つい
in
て
the
肯定
death
派だ。
penalty, I'm sure, but
しかしそれ
not
は条件付きで
unconditionally.
の話だ。
条件。
What do you mean, not unconditionally?
そう、
Basically this.
感情論を振
In
りか
terms
ざ
of
し、
acting on our
誰
own
かの
emotions,
命を断罪するという
passing
のなら、
judgment on somebody else's
当然。
life, then
当
naturally,
然それは
naturally I think the
その
only
行為
person
は
who ever has
自
the right
ら
to
の手を
do
汚す
such a
覚
thing
悟
in
の
the
ある
person
人
who
間にの
was
み適用さ
directly
れる
on
ものであるべきだと
as long as they don't mind
私はそう考え
lying
る。
in their hands for the sake of revenge.
それこそが非常に
That's
簡
a
単で
simple of
シンプルな感情論だ。
pathos-based conclusion.
その点を重視するのなら、制度としての極刑には
If
賛
follow
同
this
しかねる部
logic,
分も多くある。
however, then several problems present
他者に
themselves
復
with
讐を
leaving
決
capital
定させ、
punishment to
代行させるといっ
institution.
たものには
The、victim is allowed to
賛成
push
でき
the
ない。
revenge to another and absolve themselves of all sin.
刑の執行は、
Capital
監視や
punishment isn't
バカな
something
他人がやるべきで
that
は
ought to
な
be
いん
carried
だ。
out by an
そんなことをしていてはいけない。
executioner, only with a third party member. They don't have the right to do.
復讐の弾丸を打ち込むことを他者へ委託しようなど、
But they
実
don't
感
have
が
right
どこまで
to.
も希薄になって
What
い
the
くよう
point
な
of
そんな
revenge
行
is
為に
if you're going to pass the duty of
一体どれだけの意
pulling
味
the
がある？
trigger onto something else. If you're too scared to do that, then what you did you hate it even truly amount to in the first place?
故に刑の執行はその人間を始末したいと願う家族がその手で直接行うべきだ。
The right to carry out capital punishment should be reserved exclusively for the individual person who wants to eat the world of their loved one's killer.
そして誰かの一生を奪ったことを生涯かけて自覚し、悩み、苦しんでいかなくてはいけない。命を背負うとはそういうことだ。決して他者に任せていいものではない。
Then they will have to live out the rest of their lives with the pain and guilt of knowing they ended another person's life. That's the very meaning of the metaphor. To have blood on one's hands. It's not something you can foist off onto somebody else. These conditions are what compromise my views on the concept of justice. They but I base my support of the death penalty on.
だから君には
Therefore, you don't have even the slightest right to judge this girl, because you're not a direct victim. You don't have any direct emotional investment in what becomes of this girl. But Suzu-san, shut up. I'm the one who put myself in harm's way to capture this girl, Kanzaki Toro. It was simple, but it required a hell of a lot of effort. So even if you're my client, will let my voice, my opinion. The sole person with the right to enact revenge upon this girl is Yadariki Saragi Mio, not the present. So, to conclude, nobody has the right to enact revenge on Kanzaki Toro here. There's the one condition I will attach as my work from completing this job, otherwise I'm letting her go. Now that I think of it, I hadn't thought of I was going to repay you for this. I do think so, not that it bothers me. Well, that's my deal. We'd rather you here and have you enact your own revenge without getting you involved. If you do, be able to go home and you won't have to bloody your hands in the process. Although it's your choice, whether you want to return or not. That's easier said than done. But how are we supposed to get to the other Mio and to mention bring you here? There is no way to bring you here. The door connecting now to us via the basement has been locked, and there is no way to get there now. Just lie to her then. What? As you probably already aware, you once told me a lot about your situation. I've been sending and receiving letters from that girl for countless years using the dorm's cabinet, haven't you? You could also told me that after you mentioned in those letters that should only switch back with you if you got rid of this girl. The solution is simple. You send her a letter saying you killed her and voila. As long as she has any way of confirm that for herself, that doesn't involve coming here directly. It's that lie to bring her here and I'll recreate the exact situation for her. She can follow her emotions and carry out the necessary evil. I got to lie to her. I think it's lesser evil, like, and she lied plenty, like, plenty is a bit an understatement, like, she lied all the way to you, for all these years, so, like. I got to lie to her? You're not fond of tricking people? Have you not been tricking us this whole time? Susan, why are you using that against you? Yet now somehow you can't even bring yourself to tell such an itty-bitty lie? That's beyond hypocritical. You have the audacity to stop this, Susan. Maybe it's organized over that I've been for years upon years. You have to know that. Yeah, I do. I'm perfectly aware, and that's why I'm doing this. Your opinion doesn't matter here, so do me a favor right now and stop trying to butt in. So why you been so... That's all I have to say.
あの子をここへ
Bring
連
her
れて
here.
く。
If you're not willing to lie
そ
to
の
do
ための
that,
嘘をつけない
you
の
can
なら
find any other means
私
to
の
bring
条
her
件が
here.
飲めないのなら
Then we are done.
この話はここまでだ。そうして君は
And with that, you
元
lose
の
your
場
one
所へ
chance
戻るチャンスを
to
失
return
う。
home.
帰りたいんだろ。
You want to go home, don't you? Huh?
君はあちらへ
I can see that you really do.
それなのに
So then why are
何
you
を格好つ
acting
けてるのか。
all virtuous saying you're afraid to
ただ
tell a
一つ
single lie to
自
save
分のために
yourself?
嘘をつくことを怖がってる。自分の願いを叶えるために嘘をつく。
But in order to fulfill your
正
wish,
直者でありたいという自
you
分
went
の
to have
信
to
念を
twist
まで
this morals and
嘘
tell a
を
lie.
吐き出す。それこそが
For you right here and
この場合
now, this
た
is
っ
the
た
only
一
neat
つの
I've
冴え
been
た
to
やり
do.
方というほどに
I know it's not exactly
褒
something
められたもので
I
は
want to
確か
hear
にない
about.
が
It's a sort of
それでも
foolish
たった一つ
option
残された
remaining.
君が
if
君の
you
夢を叶え
I
るた
want
め
you
の
dream of returning
不穏
home
な
to
一つの方
control.
法ではあるんだ。それに
You know that
わかるだ
not
ろ
all lies are equal, don't you?
嘘にはついていない
There are
嘘と
lies
ついてはい
you
け
should
な
tell
い
and
嘘があ
lies you
る。
shouldn't tell. You shouldn't.
そんなのは
Everyone
誰だ
knows
って
that
知ってる。
sometimes a lie has the power to
嘘は
save
時と
someone
して
from a despair.
嘘が
You're saying lies can save people?
あ
Yeah, I
あ、
am.
今回の嘘で
You're the one
救わ
who's
れる
going
も
to be
の。
saved
それは
by that
君だ。
lie.
君
Don't
自
you that
身
you
を
get
必要
out
悪
this
の嘘で
nasty
救
evil
い上げるん
and
だ。
save yourself from this hell.
そうすることで
Might
君じゃ
even
ない
lead to
私だっ
some
て
form of salvation
何かから救わ
for
れ
the
るか
other
も
you
しれ
as
ない。
well. Just like Yush
あ
has
ちら
been
側
in
で
this
君と
other
同じよう
world
に嘘
all
を
this
つき
time
続けて
living
い
a
る
lie.
私も自分の気持ちに
Whatever you do,
嘘を
don't
つ
lie
く
to
な。
yourself.
人には嘘をつけ
You
な
can
い
say
の
you don't
自
you
分
don't
の
want to
心を
lie to
騙
others,
すのはいいことな
but
の
you're
か。
willing to deceive your own heart to do that.
私
If I,
うん
yeah,
私が
if I will be able to save the other me,
嘘には
there are good lies
つ
and
いて
bad
い
lies.
い嘘と
Lies which hurt people
悪い嘘が
are bad lies. I'm sure my lie won't hurt you.
私の心を傷つけませんか？
どうかな。
Who knows?
それ
It's
なり
both
にショッ
upset
クは
you
受
to
けるか
some
もしれない
extent,
ね。
but that's only
そ
you.
こ重要なのは
The more
嘘へ
important
の動
factor
機だ。
is your reason for lying.
これは私が最初
Think
に
of
君
this
に
as
ついた
payback
嘘
for
へ
that
の
first
報
lie
いだ。
she told you.
1週間で入れ替わ
So
り
she
が
was
終
the
わるは
one
ずだ
just
ったの
wish with
に
you for 1
そ
week.
れを保護にしたあ
But
の
she
子へ
quickly
の
went back on her word.
それがこの嘘の
That's
動
your
機だ。
reason for lying
だ
this
から
time.
これは悪い
It's
嘘
not
で
a
は
bad
ない。
lie, it's just
悪い
it's
ことをした
justifiable,
人間にそれを気
justifiable
づかせるため
punishment
の
for your own wrongdoings.
お仕置きなんだよ。
Mia looks at Kansaki Toru, who's curled up on the floor. Then she turns and looks at me. And finally, she looks at the witch standing before her.
嘘をつけ
If I will be able to see them,
お父さんとお
I'll
母
be
さ
able
ん
to see my mom and dad
も
again.
う一度だけ
If
で
it's only just once.
ああ、
Yeah,
その願いは
the
叶
wish
えら
can
れる。
come true if that's what you
君がそれを
so
願うの
desire.
なら。
Mia. She begins to sob and I put my arm around her shoulder to comfort her.
もう何が正しいのか
I know what to do.
何が間違っ
I
て
know
るの
what
か
right what's wrong.
私が悪かったの
And
か
if I'm in the wrong,
私が悪かったのか
if it's other me, it's
どこで
all
何
just
を間違
jumbled
っ
mess
ちゃ
in
ったのか
my mind right
全
now.
部わからないごめんユー
I'm
マ
sorry, Yuma. I promised that I would never lie again.
もう二度と
I know.
これで
I won't lie ever again after
最後に
this.
するか
I
ら
promise.
だからお
So
願い
please, just let me lie this one last time.
最後の嘘を
ありがとう。
Thank you. Susan
そう
smiles.
言ってくれるのを。
Just what I was
待ってた
waiting
よ。
to hear from you. You blinks at Susan in confusion.
嘘で固まった
I
君
set
の
your heart
心を
free from
自由にしよ
its
う。
fear of lying.
それが
That's what our
私
job
た
is.
ちの仕事だ。
Huh?
私らは逃がし屋だから。
Liberators, you see.
こうして
Sushi for
人
the
を
people
探し出
isn't
すの
the
が
service
本
we
来の仕
provide.
事じゃない。
どういう
What do you mean?
嘘をつくことを
We're so
怖がり
scared of telling the
自
lies
分の
that
心に
you've
嘘をつ
been
き
lying
続
to
ける。
your own self this whole
そん
time.
な君の心の不自由
My
から
job was
自由にすることが
free your heart from
仕事
those
だ。
chains. Think back. I recall I said to Susan when I initially asked her to take up on the shop. I have a job request for you. The first step involves finding a certain individual. Would you be willing to take it on for me?
それが今回の
It's
仕事の
possible
依頼
that
主
you
で
can
あるユウ
actually
君の
request that I
本
do
当の
for
希望
you.
だ。
Finding Kanzaki Toro was
神
only
崎
the
徹
first
を
step
探し出すことは
toward achieving
別に
something
それほど重要
far
な
more
ことじゃなかっ
important.
た。
You promised that you wouldn't tell her.
あれ
Oh,
そうだ
did
ったっ
I
け
now? Finn Ingrams shouldn't take out her cell phone.
ちょっと
Wait, hold on. Just as Susan finishes up her brief conversation with the other person on the line, Mitchell suddenly drops.
それじゃあ
So
今日の
this whole
こと
thing
は
was basically a
全
sham.
部
Was any of
嘘
it true?
どこからどこまでが
Maybe some of it. Who knows? I'm not really sure myself, but I'm sure that it was a good lie. The classroom door slides open and a number of people enter. It appears to be a group of extremely shady men. Who are this man, Suzu-san? I'm seriously confused. She never said a word about these people joining us.
以前神崎徹に言葉を吹き込まれ、私である如月美桜の両親を手
This
にかけ
the
た
man
連
who
中
killed the
だ。
other Kisagi Miyo's
ちょうどいい
parents
こと
at
に
Kanzaki
刑
Toro's
期を終えて
behalf.
出所してきたとこ
He
ろを
managed to catch a
私が抑え
photo
た
of
んだ。
them not long after they were released from a prison.
ああ、大丈夫だよ。今はもうおとなしい。頭
Oh,
の
don't
中を
worry.
支配して
They're
いた
fine
言葉
now.
を
I
抜
managed to
いて
extract the magic words from their system. Extract them. The way she worded that almost make it seem as though they had been poisoned. Is there anything you can do, Susan?
さあね。
Who knows?
魔女だから。
Just pretty powerful.
だけどま、
Although
ある
you
意味
don't
では君ほどで
trust
もない
me
とは思
in
うけど、
certain areas. Like what?
ともかく
Anyhow,
これから
I'm
は
gonna be
私
borrowing
が
this
活用として
man
使ってい
a
こう
little
と
bit
思っ
to
てるんだ。
help me out with
こいつら
various
の
work
ことは
related things.
この場の準備もこい
At
つらに
first, I
手伝
needed
って
them
もらっ
to
た。
help me get everything here ready.
悪いけど、
Sorry,
こ
fellas,
の子
but
を運び出し
could
て
you
くれ
haul
ないか
this
な。
girl out of here?
人目につかないよ。
Make sure no one
慎重にね。
sees you. Yes, ma'am, you got it. The man shouted, lowering the hats before promptly preparing to take the exit. As they depart, the classroom returns to normal. The man even bowed to me, apologizing for disturbing us before taking their leave.
出所したはいいけ
They
れど、
were released from
行
a
き場が
prison,
どこに
but
もなさそうだったから
unfortunately
ね。
none of them
だから
had any
私
place
が
to
引き
go,
取
so I
った。
decided to take them in.
言ってみれば
Since
彼らだっ
considered
て
to be
立派な
victims
被
of
害
that
者だ。
incident themselves.
それくらいの面倒は見れ
So
るさ。
the least I can do is help them get back on their feet.
あの子は
What's gonna happen to Kansaki
神
Toro?
崎徹さんは
うん。
Well, I guess
私
it
がどうい
ultimately
った判
depends on
断を
what
下すかと
either
いっ
you
た問
decide
題もある
some,
けれ
but
ど、
let's just say she will lead
そうだ
a
な。
peaceful, happy life
どこか
some
遠
tiny
い誰
faraway
も知ら
country
ないよう
that
な小さ
no
な
one's
国
ever
で
heard of.
幸せになってもらおうか。
Susan smiles. We are now returned to the dorm. Mia heads to her room to begin writing the letter to her other self. Thank you so much, Susan. I really owe you for this. And I think it's a good place to stop for this time. So everyone, thank you for watching this, and I feel like the next time we will be heading for the final parts of the route. So stay tuned in and see you the next